Welcome to Lesson 9, How to Tell If You Succeeded at Active Listening. In this lesson, you'll learn the secret to finding out immediately if your active listening was successful. Just watch their body language, then run. Just kidding. Seriously, it does entail you learning to read body language, so we'll cover that. When I've demoed this in the past, people think it's mind reading until I explain what I'm doing. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to recognize immediately whether you were successful at active listening. And if you weren't, you'll have learned how to do an agile, adjust, and adapt. So at her next coaching session with Coach Kathy, Anna said, "Okay, Kathy, I've been practicing active listening in all my agile events, and I think it's going okay, but how do I tell if I'm being successful or not?" "Successful how?" asked Kathy. "Successful at active listening," said Anna. "Okay, great question," said Kathy. "That's the next level of your skill development. The answer is as simple, you look for a yes or a no." "A yes or a no what?" asked Anna. "What do you mean?" Kathy said, "A yes or a no to whether or not you've heard them." But Anna just gave her a look. "How the heck am I going to know? I'm not a mind reader." Kathy laughed. "Just tune into their body language, including their tone of voice. Have you ever heard of the 7% rule? It's the idea that around 7% of communication happens verbally. The rest is 55% body language and 38% tone of voice." "Okay, I guess," said Anna. "I'm tracking with you so far, but how does that help me know if I've been successful at active listening?" "Easy," said Kathy. "Think of yourself as a detective. After you reflect back to them what you heard with active listening, you just put up your body language antenna and look for a yes or a no. Yes means, yes, you heard me. And no means, no, you didn't really hear me. That's where the 7% rule comes in. Don't limit yourself to just listening to their words. Also observe their body language and tone of voice. Be like that detective, hot on the trail of the, yeah, you heard me exactly, or no, not quite." "Okay," said Anna, "I get it. But what if I fail? I have a lot at stake here, my work relationships, but also my ability to help with the pandemic." "I get it," said Kathy. "Failures are a normal part of your learning process. It's actually fine to fail in active listening because people will tell you pretty clearly whether you hit the mark or not. Your secret weapon is your ability to observe their body language and tone of voice for the yes or the no. And why is no okay? Because that'll give you a chance to try again." "But how do I get that second chance?" worried Anna. "You ask for it. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, Mary Jones, I didn't hear that right. Is what you're actually saying XYZ? "Oh, okay. I see," said Anna, feeling relieved. "Failure is actually valuable information because it's just a chance to try again." "Exactly," said Kathy. Anna's next meeting was the sprint retrospective. Her colleague Mark started the action stating, "We've got to stop pulling in more stories to the sprint than we can realistically deliver." Anna bounced in to try active listening. She said, "You're saying the team is pulling in too many stories." "Not exactly," said Mark. "Okay," thought Anna, "that was a fail, but let's see if he lets me try again." So she said, "Okay, that's not it. What I think I hear you saying is we need to plan our sprints more realistically. Did I get that right?" "Yeah," said Mark, "exactly." Then the rest of the team joined in and brainstormed ways they could actually plan realistically, imagine that, but still feel like they're delivering the right amount of agile stories. Afterwards, Anna thought, that was interesting. I could see that I got it wrong at first, but he seemed to appreciate me trying again. The "did I hear you" worked pretty well. And she got better with practice. Over their next buddy session coffee, Leah even thanked her for truly hearing her point in the meeting the other day, even though Anna had a different opinion. So Anna started to feel more confident. She thought, maybe active listening could actually get me some results after all. And she started to realize that her definition of getting results is slowly changing from winning her point to something else. She's not sure what yet, but she likes it. It feels like progress and possibilities that weren't available in the old win your point approach. In this lesson, our goal was to give you the secret to finding out immediately if your active listening was successful. By now, you should be able to tell immediately if you were successful at active listening. You also now have a way to immediately adjust and adapt your situation if you weren't. In the next lesson, you'll learn how to move from novice to practitioner, to actually acquiring the skill of active listening as a regularly available tool in your EQ Agile toolbox. You'll see how to practice active listening on a regular basis and how to get good at it.